This is Gus Waite, your New York agent, and in today's episode we're going to cover the historic neighborhood of the East Village, which runs from Houston to 14th Street, Broadway, all the way over to the river. It includes a couple of little segments called Alphabet City, Loiseria, and St. Mark's Place. My introduction to this neighborhood was schwitzing at the historic 10th Street Baths back in the late 70s with my crazy Uncle Bruce. It featured an eccentric mix of characters like Morty the Hand, Artie Ankles, Haagen-Dazs Ralph, Fat Ralph, and Garlic Ralph. You'd sit in a 200-degree room nicknamed the Oven, surrounded by punk rockers, Ukrainian immigrants, retired rabbis, and sometimes VIPs like John Belushi or the President of Finland coming off an all-night bender. It was a perfect microcosm of the East Village. The East Village has always been a magnet for musicians, filmmakers, and artists of all type. Starting in the 50s, when beatniks like Jack Kerouac and Allen Ginsberg called the East Village home. In the 60s, the Fillmore East, known as the Church of Rock and Roll, was used as a venue for the British bands like The Who, Pink Floyd, Jimi Hendrix, Cream, and Led Zeppelin. The punk rock scene exploded here in the early 70s with the opening of CBGB's and the arrival of the Ramones, Blondie, and Patti Smith. This has always been a neighborhood that appeals to people who like to draw outside the lines. If you're thinking of living here, your housing choices will include a mix of walk-up tenements, historic townhouses, and a sprinkling of post-war doorman elevator buildings thrown in. And they call it the Village because many residents never find the need to go above 14th Street. Now let's take a look at some of my favorite spots in the East Village. I love the various community gardens that occupy many empty lots, which speak to the spirit of the neighborhood. Tompkins Square Park and its dog run. Raoul's Barbershop on Avenue B and 2nd. Buying a new hat at the Village Scandal on 7th Street. The juxtaposition of the McSorley's Ale House sitting in the shadow of that modern architectural masterpiece, Cooper Union. The murals that seem to sing out from every nook and cranny of the East Village. A late night order of challah French toast at the Ukrainian restaurant Veselka on 9th and 2nd. PS 122 performance space where so many performers like Eric Bogosian got their start. Grabbing a quick slice at Nino's. Followed up with a double espresso and a fresh cannoli at the world-famous Venero's across the street. St. Mark's Place, where you can get anything from a tattoo to a world-famous egg cream at Gem Spa. One of my favorite food spots include This Little Piggy Had Roast Beef on 9th and 1st, where their sandwiches rival Katz's Deli for half the price. The nightlife on St. Mark's Place. And of course, the people. Why'd you move to the East Village?
The food and the people and the stores.
It's an awesome neighborhood for dogs. This is one of the bigger dog parks in the city.
It's like kind of like West Village meets Williamsburg.
This is Gus Waite, your New York agent. I hope you like this little tour of the East Village. And remember, whether you're hooking up, breaking up, or moving up, give me a call the next time you're looking to rent an apartment in New York City.